Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. I'm your host Safa and you are listening to Crime Pod. Here on this channel, we have covered a case from West Bengal where a mother named Shanta Sharma along with her lover Ishrat Parveen brutally kills her 10-year-old. If you haven't watched this video, I will give a link in the I button. So as I was doing research for that case, my eyes fell on another case. And as you might have guessed by the cases I have covered previously, I tend to find cases which are similar or connected to one another. So this case piqued my attention and is very similar to the aforementioned case. Certain someone was having illicit affairs and when someone came in the know of it, the other person callously put an end to their life. Today's case is truly abhorrent and when you will hear it, will shake you to your core. This is the case of Mangesh Patil. So let's start our story and as usual, I will first give you a preamble. This time, I will take you to Jahardi Jalgaon, Maharashtra. There in the area of Shivaji Nagar, Dagru Lutan Patil and wife Geetabai Patil were living a hand-to-mouth but happy life. They had two kids, 12-year-old Mangesh Patil and a daughter whose name and age I wasn't able to find on the internet. But she was younger than Mangesh. Dagru Patil was a laborer and was the sole breadwinner of the household. His income wasn't enough to meet their expenses, but he still sent both of his kids to school as he wanted them to study hard and become something in the future, in turn making themselves useful members of the society and making him proud. In short, he wanted them to live a life he wasn't able to. So both Mangesh and his younger sister attended school regularly and were doing good. Mangesh, according to his family and friends, was a good kid who couldn't say no to anyone. He was always ready to help. On Saturday, February 2nd, 2019, Mangesh returned home early as Saturdays are usually half days in most part of India. He returned home and told his mother that he is going out to relieve himself. He goes out but doesn't return. The clock strikes 2 p.m. and his younger sister returns from school, but Mangesh is nowhere to be seen. When at first he didn't return after he went out earlier, his mother thought that maybe he's out playing with his mates or something. But that's unusual for Mangesh, who always had his lunch right after school and would only go out to play with his friends after that. Geetabai went out and asked neighbors if they had seen Mangesh, but no one had any idea where he was. One of the neighbors suggested that there are some boys playing nearby. Maybe Mangesh is there. Geetabai went there, but Mangesh wasn't there either. She inquired if any of them had seen Mangesh and the boys told her that they haven't seen him all afternoon. Geetabai was concerned about her son, but she thought to herself maybe he will return shortly and went home, but Mangesh didn't show up. At moonrise, Dagru Patil returned home to find his wife looking dismayed. "What happened? Why are you sad?" asked Dagru. "Mangesh is nowhere to be seen. I've been looking all over. He's nowhere," replied Geetabai. She told Dagru what had happened, how Mangesh returned home, told her that he's going out to relieve his bowels and didn't came back. Both husband and wife left the house and started looking for their son. They went knocking on neighbors' doors and inquiring about Mangesh, but still no one knew where the 12-year-old might have gone. Soon all the people in the neighborhood congregated at Patil's house and search parties were assembled. Men went out to look for Mangesh while women stayed back providing consolation to the miserable mother whose only son had gone missing. The search parties checked every nook and cranny and left no stone unturned, but Mangesh still wasn't found. They kept on searching and gloom of night turned into shine of the day and they decided to report Mangesh missing. So Dagru Patil along with some of his neighbors went to Chopra police station and filed a missing person report. Police didn't beat around the bush and immediately got working. API Manoj Pawar was made investigating officer in the case and he visited Patil's house. There he inspected various items and interviewed the family. Mangesh's father and grandfather told him that Mangesh was an obedient kid and wouldn't just leave on his own. Something must have happened, otherwise Mangesh wouldn't put them through this. All of his family were crying and his mother Geetabai had stopped eating and was slipping in and out of conscious. Manoj Pawar assured the family that they will find Mangesh and asked whether they had any kind of strife or issue with someone, to which they replied in negative. He asked if Mangesh had any row with someone. The answer was same again. Mangesh didn't fight with anyone. Police kept on investigating and questioned neighbors, but the drought of leads didn't go away. They thought that maybe someone had kidnapped Mangesh for money, but that wasn't possible considering the financial state of Patils. There was something more to this, and police were keen on finding it out. On top of this, the panchayat and inhabitants of Chahardi were clamoring to find out what happened, so there was extra pressure on police. Tuesday, February 5, 2019, nearly a kilometer away from Mangesh's home in Shivaji Nagar, the son of Sarpanch Ushabai Patil, Chiranjeev Datyatari Ushabai Patil, who was refilling a water tank, found something that looked like a human limb. He immediately called in police, which arrived with forensic experts. This was the right leg of someone who was similar in age and height to Mangesh, so the police were sure that it belonged to him, and in order to confirm that, they sent it to Government Medical College of Jalgaon, where it was confirmed that it was indeed Mangesh. Police used a scent dog and it led them right to Mangesh's home, but they thought that maybe he's trying to show us victim's house. The leg was found on February 5th, and just a day before it was Mauni Amavasya, a night in which it is believed that dark forces are at their peak, so it's used for occult rituals by people who believe in such things. Seeing this, Mangesh's grandfather Lotan Patil mentioned it to police and said that maybe someone had used his grandson in a dastardly act, as he was very innocent and could be an easy target for such people. Police bought this theory, and soon all the shamans of the town and other people who could have been involved in such acts were called into the police station. But all of them had strong alibis, and police once again were at a dead end. But they couldn't give up. They learned that there's a jewelry shop in the town which has CCTV cameras installed, so maybe they can find something there. They procured the footage of the CCTV camera and paid focus on the footage from 2nd February. Everything at first glance was normal, but at around 12 o'clock mark on the CCTV footage, there came a peculiar individual, a beggar who was carrying a heavy sack over his shoulder. The beggar was acting quite strangely, and the bag seemed unusual as well. So police thought that maybe this is their man, and the bag he is carrying has Mangesh in it. They managed to get an identikit of the man made, which was dispensed all over the town. Police urged people to identify this man, but no one came forward. On 15th of February, a foot was found in a field, and in another field, bloodstained clothes, slippers and stones were discovered. 50 feet away from these items, a bloodstained sickle was discovered. The scent dog was brought in again, and for the second time it led them to Mangesh's house. This made police suspicious. You can chalk it up to coincidence if it happens once, but twice there's something. And police went to neighbors and questioned them, this time asking if they had noticed someone or something suspicious going on. At which neighbors told them about a boy who had been visiting Patil's house for past 6 months, only coming around when Geetabai was alone. Police began looking for this boy, and it was none other than Samadhan Patil, Dagdu Patil's nephew. He was called in for questioning, and when asked where he was on 2nd of February, he told police that he was at his home, and it was true, he was indeed at his home. This looked to be another impasse, but investigators, in a last-ditch effort to find something out, told him that they already know he was the one who killed Mangesh, so he should better fess up. They were not expecting anything will come out of this ploy, but they were shocked when all of a sudden Samadhan said, "I didn't do anything, it was Rajendra. He is the one who killed Mangesh." Finally, the cat was out of the bag, and police quickly reeled Rajendra Patil, a friend of Samadhan, in, and he cracked as soon as police began to interrogate him. Police were expecting Rajendra and Samadhan to be the only perpetrators in this case, but Rajendra divulged something shocking which left investigators incredulous. Police quickly went to Patil's residence, and upon seeing them, Dagru and Geetabai asked them, "Have you found out who killed Mangesh?" "Yes, we have," and they quickly arrested Mangesh's mother, Geetabai, for murdering him. Let's see what had happened which led a mother into killing her own flesh and blood. Rajendra, in his confession, told investigators that Samadhan Patil was involved in a taboo relationship with his aunt Geetabai Patil, and one day he gloated about it, at which he, Rajendra, asked him to be in on it, but Samadhan said that he would have to ask his aunt first. He did it, and Geetabai had no qualms about it and was having illicit relations with both of them. It went on with no one knowing about it, but on 2nd February 2019, Mangesh returned home early. He walked straight in as Geetabai had forgotten to bolt the door and caught his mother Geetabai and Rajendra in a compromising position. Panicked, Rajendra thought that they are done for as Mangesh will reveal everything to his father. Without even thinking, he picked up a wooden log and bashed it on Mangesh's head. The boy died on spot. Geetabai, instead of being livid, helped Rajendra to put Mangesh's inert body in a sack. After this, Rajendra called Samadhan and told him what had took place. He came to the house and Geetabai went out to ask for Mangesh as it will create an alibi for her. At sunset, Rajendra and Samadhan took Mangesh's body to a forest and cut it into bits, hoping that wild animals would eat them, and police, even if they found them, will have difficulty finding his identity. But they were wrong, as it didn't work out, and they, like every other criminal, were caught. All three of them have confessed and are languishing in a prison cell awaiting their trial. That's all for today's video. I hope you liked the case study with me. If you do like this video, leave a comment behind if you have any suggestions. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed and ring the notification bell so you're never gonna miss any of our future uploads. Stay tuned for our next video. Until then, goodbye.